grass. Put this over here. I'm not even sure where I should plant my radishes. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to rejoin. And I hope my audio is working because it wasn't earlier. Let's put this here. Hello. Oh, I had to stop my session and now we're... Sorry. The audio stopped working. Hello. Hope you guys are going to come back. Come back. Garlic's growing. Let's put my radishes out here. Oh, I got a big piece of mulch. Hello. Good to see you. Okay, good. Good to see you guys. Yeah, I had to restart the session because I was like, I don't think it's working. Hi. We are, okay, so we got these. We're into fall gardening here, and I have these radishes. These are radishes down here that I've sprouted. Sorry if is it super sunny? Hopefully. Here, let me turn it a little bit to the side so it's not as bad. And then I've also got spinach up here. My radishes are supposed to be ready to harvest in 24 days. It is already the 12th day, so we're halfway done growing. And I need to get these in ground so they have a chance to bulb. They're about to run out of nutrients. I use what we call a soil blocking method. So it makes little soil blocks, and then you put in a seed per soil block and you sprout them. So this is a great way to sprout items, but if you want them to continue growing, you got to move them into a bigger space. So for the radishes, since these are going to be done soon, I'm going to go ahead and plant them in the ground here. It is super sunny, and I'm afraid my phone is going to overheat soon. So hopefully I'll be able to keep up. Oh, I was going to show you guys the garlic. That's what I was going to show you guys before. So this is the garlic I grew. So these are garlics. I planted them at the border, kind of next to the sidewalk here, because I remembered I wanted to mulch the entire garden against this winter. And if I plant this randomly, I'm going to be burying them too deep. So I decided I was going to put them on the border of the garden near the sidewalk. This is the public sidewalk so that I can remember where they are. Doctor, what were you saying? You're going to try doing, what are you going to try doing? Oh, soil blocking? It's called micro soil blocking. And I do have it on my Amazon link in case you're curious. Hi, Mitz. Hello, Mitz. Okay, yeah. I think so I personally so the way soil blocking is supposed to work is you have the really tiny soil blocks and then those fit into a bigger soil block and then you can use that to then plant in ground. Um I'm not sure that I wanted the full set, so I went ahead and started with a micro soil blocker. I think what I really like about that is it works really well for very tiny seeds like cauliflower, broccoli. Um, Radishes are a little bit on the bigger side, and it works. It works. It just starts to get a little bit big for us. Um, but I like it because then you can do this, right? You can put it in these little clamshells that already have natural ventilation at the top and then drainage holes at the bottom. So that's why I like to use microsoil blocking. And it allows me to really only take up space when I need to. So like once these have actually sprouted, then I can move them wherever I want. Whereas in the past, I used to get like a big container, fill it with seeds, and then would have them sprout, but that whole container is being occupied from when the seed is not sprouted until it goes to seed or until it goes to harvest, right? Anyway, so that's what it is. Thank you. Thank you, Min. Demon. No, I'm not a farmer. I'm a gardener. I'm a gardener. I grow fruits, vegetables. Maybe next year I'll have chickens, but right now I only do fruits and vegetables and flowers. Maybe I'll have chickens next year. What am I growing? Oh, that's a great question, MC. It is so fun, right? Okay, well, some of you guys have already been here, so you'll know. These are radishes up top, The red radishes, they're called red bell radishes, same as the ones that you would find in stores. And then the ones at the bottom here, those are spinach. It is actually oriental spinach, but all spinach hatches or grows the same. They all look like this when they first start out. You'll see that some of them even still have the seeds attached to them or seeds clinging onto the leaves. Happy birthday, Julia! Happy birthday! Why does your hat look like it's been through? Because it's very flappy and very, yeah, yeah. Frumpy and floppy is what it is. I know it has a lot of character, right? But it works. It works. The most important part for me is, well, of course, this coverage, but also this piece right here, because anytime it's windy, this means it's not going to be flying away. I won't be constantly chasing it. Yep. Could I get a more flattering hat? Yep. But does it work for now? Yeah, it does. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Let's see. Julia, that's so cool. I want to grow. Oh, how exciting. Well, follow along. I love doing seed starting. So these are already seed started. I am in North Texas and it is 80 degrees, but don't be fooled. On Monday night, it's going to get down to 32. That'll be our first frost chance on Monday. All the leaves here are finally starting to turn color. And so, yeah, it's starting to become fall here in North Texas. Or it is fall, but it's becoming cold now. Let's see, Demon, you're saying, Deb, my bad. I'm also, oh, you're a gardener too. I grew some, how exciting, Demon. Is it your birthday? A cookie? Well, congratulations. Kiki? Kiki, congratulations. Kiki, congratulations. I mean, not congratulations. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, birthday twins, Kiki and Julia. It does get cold in Texas, sorry. Oh, it gives a little prob. Yes, it does get cold in Texas. Uh, Texas is big, as Gary knows, and oh my gosh, I have like a brain fart. As Jackie knows, in the north part of Texas where I am, we do get below freezing. Sometimes it gets to 10 degrees Fahrenheit, which is I don't know what that is in Celsius. Sorry. But it does get down pretty cold. It does get down to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. In the southern part of Texas, it in some areas like Houston, I think they hardly ever have freezes. Yeah, but Texas is a very big state. Julia, you have carrots and bell peppers growing already. I really want radishes, but how long does it take to grow and maintain? Great question, Julia. I've talked about this before in some of my videos. Radishes are really quick. They're your fastest growing vegetable. So this I'm supposed to be able to harvest in 24 days. I think depending on the variety, you can have a different harvest period, but for this particular one, it's red bell, and you harvest in 24 days. So this is on its 12th day already. I really need to get them out of the soil block, otherwise they're not going to have any room to bulb. So that's why I'm over here out near the sidewalk. I grow my front lawn and have some space here. Hello from India, Bookish. Hello from New Zealand, Cold Edits. Hello, happy Friday, you guys. Or Saturday for those of you that are, it's already past midnight. Thank you for the encouragement. Called edits, thank you. I hope you guys are learning something new. I am definitely a nonfiction. I am definitely a nonfiction creator here. Really more about how-to gardening stuff, but also cool gardening stuff like I love doing store bought or store grown experiments. I have a peach tree that I grew from a peach I ate and bought at the grocery store. It is almost 3 years now, and last year or at the beginning of the spring, it produced actual peaches. So I love doing that kind of stuff. I have a whole, actually, most majority of my trees in the backyard are all store store bought and hatched no, store bought and sprouted. Okay, I'm just getting caught up here. You grew cherry tomatoes, eggplant, beans, bitter gourd kind of things. Oh, how exciting, Demon. I do want to grow bitter melon or bitter gourd next year. That's exciting. Houston, Gary, you're saying Houston still Gary, by the way, if you guys are curious, Gary also grows as well. He is also in Texas, the warmer part of Texas, southeast Texas, and you should also follow him. I know he's been gardening longer than I have and is very knowledgeable. Houston still gets cold, but Texas has climate zones. Yep, from 6 to 10. We have 6? Oh, I didn't realize that. Maybe that's West Texas. That's probably West Texas, right? Where there's a little bit of altitude. I didn't realize that. Blacks, I'm so excited. We found each other then. I am also into gardening. I like specifically like growing my own food. I don't do the smoking kind of gardening, but I have friends that do. No judgment against it. It's just not something that I do though. I do grow watermelon. Yes, cold edits. I'll show you the one that I was showing earlier. Hello from Indonesia, Kiki. Let's see. Baz, that's a funny question. Hello from Alaska, Tez. Let's see. Babs, do gardeners poop in their plants? You know, that's a great idea, Babs. I personally do not. I don't. I think as Gary and Jackie and I were talking last week, when it comes to poop, you want to make sure it has a chance to kind of age or all the disease to die away before you then start using it as compost. But yeah, I think that's a great idea. What I do plan on doing is having chickens potentially next year and using their manure as part of my compost though. So I'm excited to potentially raise chickens, have them help me break down the kitchen scraps, and then whatever's left goes in the compost pile. And on top of that, I get to use their manure for healthier soil. Kiki, my name is Ada. Thank you for asking. Ada, ADA. Let's see. Okay, so cold edits. Yes, watermelon. Yeah, let me go show you guys. Hello, J. Um, hello, Milky. What's cooking? Thank you. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Um, Hi, Monet. Okay, we're gonna walk over to see the watermelon that's growing. I have a yellow large watermelon variety that I'm growing. It would be my third year growing it. Every year I save the seeds and I regrow them. That's the way you can do sustainable gardening. And also, by sustainable also means affordable too. You're not constantly buying seeds. And supposedly with seeds, if you continue to save them, they start to adapt to your particular climate and location. So that's one of the things to think about. If you ever decide to grow your own food and want to save your own seeds, there's definitely incentive there. Okay, here's the watermelon cold edits that you were asking about. So this is watermelon. I was just gonna ask you guys, I was asking Gary earlier. Um, I've been picking watermelons for 3 years now. Some of the signs that I always go by is, of course, is the tendril dried. So this tendril is dried, as you see. It's completely brown. The next step would be check to see if there's a field spot or a spot where the watermelon laid. This particular one does not have one though. I don't see a field spot or a spot where it's been laying, so we can't go by that. The next thing would be do a thump test. So let me know what you guys think. The idea is that it should sound, I think it's a deep thump that you're supposed to be listening for. So to me, that's a little high pitched. So I think we concluded earlier that we would need to wait to harvest this one. This one we're going to need to wait to harvest. Let's see. Oops. Okay, what are you guys saying? Did I answer the watermelon? Top the panhandle gets really cold. Excellent, Gary. Thank you. IJR. Hello. Okay. Caffeine. Where I am right now in North Texas. Chickens, yeah, maybe in the future. AZ is what I'm thinking. I don't have any right now though. Chickens are like having another pet. I gotta mentally prepare for it. I have to submit a permit with my city because I live within city limits. So there's a bit of work there to do. And not to mention, I think spring is the best time to get or acquire chickens, at least baby chicks. Demon gourd, it's have sun. Sorry? Yes, it's very sunny here. Yes, in Texas, in North Texas. I'm in the US. Demon, oh, you okay? If we cook the bitter gourd right away, it's too freaking delicious. That's funny. Oh, yeah, in Asian cooking, we also use bitter gourd as well. Yes, it's a yellow watermelon caffeine. Yes, caffeine. The rosehip. I wonder if we can grow anything we want. in a greenhouse. Um, so this will be my first year trying to winter garden in my freezing zone. Okay, that's not true. Last year I tried to, but I didn't grow any vegetables. I mainly use that space to contain any container citrus plants. This year I'm trying to grow vegetables in it. I don't know. You can follow along and let me know what you think of my attempt to winter garden. Hi, Francisco. Let's see. Hello. I can understand a little bit of Spanish, but I can primarily read English and a little bit of Mandarin. Gary, thank you for your hard work moderating. I appreciate it, as well as Jackie. Imprecise, what's the easiest thing to grow? I would say radish. Well, I say radishes only because it has the quickest time to market or time to harvest. But if you don't like radishes, spinach is another good one. Lettuces are a little bit tougher to grow, at least in my experience. They're just because the seeds are a lot finer, you have to keep them moist, kind of like you do carrots. So I would definitely say spinach is a good one. Spinach, the seeds are a little bit bigger. Let me see if I can show you guys. Gary, watermelon. And Gary's updating you guys. He's saying watermelons come in yellow, orange, and red flesh. If you guys are want to also have perspective from a more experienced gardener, Gary is the person to follow. He's also helping moderate this session. He goes by Gary, grow your own food. Yeah, that's humongous. Okay, so I'm really behind you guys. Yes, it's a yellow watermelon caffeine. Sorry, I'm really behind. I didn't realize there's so many messages. Um, can you grow snake fruits mango? I don't think no, it gets too cold here. It gets freezing here. So no, I don't think I can grow garden robot butter. Yeah, Roosevelt. For a while, I was trying to target people who play grow a garden to actually grow their own food. You guys totally should. Okay. Oh gosh, I'm really behind. Shoot. Hello, hello. Sorry. Um, no, I'm not an actual farm. I'm a gardener. Maybe farmer. I'll qualify next year when I get chickens. But right now, I'm growing my front lawn. I don't have a whole lot of space. My actual property acreage is 0.13 of an acre, so not very big at all. That includes my house. So the actual growing space is more like 1,000 square foot. Hi, Glory. Oh gosh, I'm really behind. Beans are easy to grow in the spring. Yep, Gary. Yep. Oh my gosh, I'm really behind. Okay. Ma okay. My experimental pumpkins. Yay! Jackie, how exciting! I'll show you what about cabbages? Cabbages are a little bit more work, Demon. The seeds are small, and then it has a long time to harvest. And then you have a lot of pests. So typically, I do not rank cabbage as being easy. I'll kind of preview it. So I don't have any American cabbage growing right now or traditional cabbage, but I do have these. These are Napa cabbages. Let me see and flip it over. Where's my flip over? Oh, so these are all Napa cabbages here. I do need to up pot them soon. You'll see they're growing rather thickly. Um, but these are Napa cabbages. These were actually pretty easy to sprout. Um, even though the seeds were small. And when you grow them, here, I'll show you the ones that I have in ground. So once they get a little bit, actually, they're already pretty big already. I probably do need to move them. Then you would move them into like in ground, like I am here. And look, here's the problem you have. You have a lot of bugs that like to eat them. And I thought I was doing a good job by using mesh. Supposedly the mesh works to keep away the moths and the caterpillars, but look, it's still getting eaten up pretty badly. Let me see if I can find any bugs underneath these leaves. Okay, so what's this? This is like a beetle of some sort. I can see that's on here. Okay. So cabbages need a lot of protection. Otherwise they get eaten up like this. So you'll see, even though I had that mesh, clearly something's still eating it. Okay, sorry, let me just try to, wow, I'm really behind here. Okay. Ducks are very noisy. Okay, good to know, Gary. I was gonna say, I thought chickens were noisy, but ducks, I guess, are even noisier. They're constantly going quack, 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 quack. What do you eat to keep that I don't eat anything. So when it comes to skincare, my what I believe in is what you eat, right? So lots of fruits and vegetables and hydration and but then also sleep. Like sleep is the other big factor. So getting quality sleep. That's why I feel like getting outside, being in the sun is important because it kind of makes you tired and aligns your sleep with the circadian rhythm of the sun. So those are all things that I attribute to being able to sleep well. Part of it means getting outside and aligning your circadian rhythm. Northwood, we have goats and sheep. How cool, Northwood. That is so cool. I'm definitely not a farmer, not anywhere near that. All I grow is fruits and vegetables, and I may even have um, chickens next spring, but that's exciting. Jackie, the ducks quacking online, I just read they are so cute, right? The ducks are cuter than chickens. I agree, Jackie. Hi there, Sarge. If you can ready my message, I read your message. Pinky finger, here you go. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Caffeine, you're asking about mangosteen. I'm familiar with it. I haven't eaten it before though. I'm scared to see. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about mangosteen. I also would not be. I already am trying to grow some citrus, but that's probably the extent of what I'll be growing. I'm pretty sure this is a grapefruit tree. I grew it from a store-bought seed, and I'm pretty sure it's grapefruit. I've already had a lot of trouble trying to keep this alive, in my freezing zone. And then this one's a lemon tree I sprouted from store-bought seed. And then I do have a larger, Gary is also very familiar with citruses. Again, so if you guys are curious to also learn from him, he's also growing lots of different tropical fruits as well. It does better in his zone than it would be in mine. I'm a little bit too north. I do plan to try to protect these though through the winter. And yeah, hopefully one year I'll be able to have something. This is my kumquat tree. I have no kumquats on it because it is still a little bit young. But here it comes out to thigh high is how big it is, and I plan to protect it for winter. Oh, it's getting hot. I'm gonna sit in the shade over here. Let's see. Hi, artist. Matt, you're saying I'm trying to grow some tomatoes, but it always fails. Any tries to grow good tomatoes? Oh, those look good. Um, how is the sun? I always ask people when they struggle to form fruit, how is the sun in your area? And I say that because in my first year of growing vegetables, I had four large variety tomato plants grow the big tomatoes. And I put them in an area which I thought was sunny. But what sunny means is the leaf of your plant has to have sun for 68 hours for really large fruits like large tomatoes. And if you think about the leaves, they're kind of like solar panels, right? Solar panels. They need to have at least 68 hours of direct sun touching the leaves. And if your fruiting vegetables are not getting enough, you don't get any fruits. So that first year, I got zero fruits because I think I was only getting 5 hours of sun in that particular area. So I had really big tomato plants, but zero fruits. So my first lesson was sun. And I think that's the most critical one that people often underestimate sun, especially if you live in an urban area where there's a lot of potential blockage. It could be houses, it could be your neighbor's tree, it could be your fence. That's when sun is really important. As if you grow out in like a bigger area like Gary, you don't really think about that because you're kind of out in open fields anyway. But when it comes to tighter suburban urban areas, you do need to be more mindful of the sun and where you're growing relative to it. You have black soil. Demon, that's a good question. Our soil is a mix of clay, and the only reason it's black is because I'm slowly trying to turn it over by using my own composting and mixing it with my soil here. Let's see. In the south, you need to plant, Gary's saying, in the south, you need to plant tomatoes as soon as the spring, as soon as you can to beat the summer heat. Yep, Gary's right on for the big variety. And yeah, that could have also been it too, Gary, now that I think about it. Maybe I planted them too late because the large tomato varieties won't produce fruit once it gets above 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Good point, Gary. I am married. Thank you for asking. I have two elementary age kids. Thank you. Hi, Sarah. Oh my God. What were you saying? Oh my God, too. Hopefully it was a good oh my God. Demon, I think I can help you with the pests. Pests? Okay. Thank you, Gary, for helping moderate and Jackie. Thank you, Mace. Let's see, Jackie. Gary, awesome. Okay, Gary. Yeah, I would be happy to help too. Um, how old is a Jackie? Great question. How's it old? Um, it is technically 3 years old, but 1 year I let it die back, so I think it's technically two. It's 2 years old, I think. Caffeine, yeah, right. So afraid as it comes large tree. Yeah, yeah, the grapefruit trees. Yeah. I didn't really think about that. I think I always think I can have a tree, but as long as I cut it small, it'll be miniature, right? That's what I like to tell myself. Konbala. Oh, I don't speak Japanese. Is that Japanese? I speak Mandarin and a little and some Spanish and English. Hi, Derek. Hi, Les. Thank you. Oh, hi, Renzo. Oh my gosh, I'm really behind. Thank you. Thank you, Matt, for speaking on my behalf. If it's winter, what do you protect? Okay, so I'm going to, caffeine, you're asking, how am I going to protect my plants? I have cattle panels. And so, Matt, were you also the one that was asking about what I grow for tomatoes? Oh, gosh. Okay, well, I got a forest in here. So I have this cattle panel in here. In the spring, it had pumpkins on it. And right now, it's growing cherry tomatoes that I succession planted. So, cherry tomatoes, do you guys see them? Cherry tomatoes. And here's, I have two varieties. There's this one, and then there's also a chocolate tomato. Can you guys see that? I didn't. Okay. And what I was saying was I'm going to use these cattle panels as structure, and then I have 6 millimeter greenhouse plastic that I'm going to put over it. It's going to look very haphazard, but that's because I plan to, on nice days, open up the greenhouse. Like I don't plan to perpetually grow my plants in that. I want to give them the chance to grow with wind as much as possible. So anytime it's nice outside, I'm just going to open up the plastic and let them grow. I'm really only there to protect them from freezing nights and the nights where it gets really cold. Let's see, Gary, on fruit trees, anything in a container will tend to dwarf tree. Ah, yes, Gary. Yeah. I did. So one thing I noticed though, Gary, is like I had my kumquat in a container and it was just getting yellow. I think it would To me, I translated it as it just didn't have enough space to grow. So that's actually why I put it in ground. We'll see. My next problem is then, of course, properly protecting it since it's no longer in a container and I can't move it anymore. So thank you, Criden. Thank you. You are BTS Army. Uh, Zane. BTS as in the Korean pop singers. Caffeine. Can I shout? Let's see. Ooh, really behind here. Oh gosh. Okay. So I am at the end of my hour, but I am usually live Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays at 11 a.m. Central. So find me then Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. Um, I do have to run now. Thank you guys for joining me today. It's been really fun. Oh, sorry, and I missed out on some of the questions, but like I said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Thank you guys for hanging out and catch you guys soon. Take care. Next Monday is going to be freezing cold, so I'll be dressed very differently. See you guys then.